Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We have a question that says that if y equal to t over 2 plus t squared and x equal to 2 plus t squared, find the y, the x. Alright, so here y is a function of t and here x is a function of t and we are looking for the y and the x. So what we're going to do is we're going to differentiate y and then we're going to differentiate x with respect to t, and then after that we're going to divide what we have. Okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do here is let's start with differentiating y. So differentiating y, which is equal to t over 2 plus t squared with respect to t, we are going to take the numerator as our u. So u equal to t, while our denominator will be taken as v, which is 2 plus t squared. And then from here, we're going to divide, we're going to differentiate each of these. So differentiating u, we have the u, which is equal to 1. Differentiating v, we have the v, and that will be equal to 2t. Alright? And then we now apply the quotient formula. Applying the quotient formula here, the y dt would be equal to the bottom, which is what we have on the bottom, v du minus u dv all over v squared, and that's the formula. And so our v is 2 plus t squared. Alright, so let's group that together because it's two things, and then our du is 1. Alright, so when we multiply that to 1, when we multiply what we have here to 1, we still have what we have, and then we put the sign minus. Our u is t multiplied to the v is 2t over v squared. V squared is 2 plus t squared, and then we square that. Okay, so what we now have would be 2 plus t squared minus 2, and then we have t squared again, t squared over our v squared, which is 2 plus t squared all squared. Okay, so from here our dy over dt will be equal to 2 minus t squared, because 1 t squared minus 2 t squared will give us 1 t squared over 2 plus t squared all squared. Okay, so we've gotten our dy dt. Now we need to find our dx. Remember, x is equal to 2 plus t squared. So our dx over dt would be equal to 2t. Differentiate this, you have 0. When differentiate this, you have 2t. Okay, so now our dy dx will be the same as our dy dt. Alright, divided by dx dt. Okay, our dy dt divided by our dx dt, which is the same as saying dy dt times 1 over dx dt. Alright, so let's go on now. So we go on and say that our dy dx will be equal to our dy dt. Our dy dt is 2 minus t squared all over 2 plus t squared all squared multiplied by 1 over this. So 1 over what we have here, which is 1 over 2t. And so at the end of the day, what we have is 2 minus t squared all over into bracket 2 plus t squared all squared multiplied by 2t, which we can rearrange as 2 minus t squared over 2t open bracket 2 plus t squared all squared. Now that's what we have as our dy dx. Alright, now our answer now is in terms of t, but if we have to keep our answers in terms of x. If we are asked to keep our answer in terms of x, then we need to work a little further on what we have. So what we'll do is, this is our dy dx, and it's equal to 2 minus t squared all over 2t into bracket 2 plus t squared all squared. But let's recall that our x is equal to 2 plus t squared. Okay? Alright. So we're going to make use of these. And now let's try to make t subject of formula here. What would t be? We will need to move our x to this part such that we now have x minus 2 to be equal to t squared. Okay? So that's what we have as our t squared, which means that our t, based on what we have here, t would be the square root of, taking the square root of both sides, x minus 2. That is going to be our t. And now, let's look at this term, 2 minus t squared. What would 2 minus t squared be? 2 minus t squared, we have t squared here, but what we have is 2 minus t squared, 2 minus t squared. So we need to make our t squared negative. So how do you make t squared negative here? We need to make all this other part to be negative. Making this part negative will make x to be negative and 2 to be positive. So let's change 2 to positive and change x to negative. That will be the same as negative t squared. Alright? So if that's negative squared, to balance this we need 2. So we need to add 2 to both sides. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So I'm going to add 2 to this side, and I'm going to add 2 to this side. Alright, so if I add 2 to this side, we now have 2 plus 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4 minus x, and that's equal to, let's write the 2 first, a positive 2 and a negative t squared. Now that's what we have here. Alright, so if we want to replace this now, dy dx in terms of x, dy dx in terms of x would be equal to 2 minus t squared, which is 4 minus x over 2t. 2t would be, write our 2, and what's our t? Our t is the square root of x minus 4, x minus 2. So 2 multiplied to the square root of x minus 2, and then 2 plus t squared. What's 2 plus t squared? This is 2 plus t squared. 2 plus t squared is x, so we have x here, but our 2 plus t squared has a square, so that becomes x squared. Alright, so if you want to write this, we want to write it well, we can rearrange it to be 2, write our x squared first before we put the square root of x minus 2. So this is our dy dx in terms of x, and this is our dy dx in terms of t. Alright, so depending on the question, if we are asked to find dy dx in terms of x, keep it this way. If we're looking for dy dx in terms of t, they will keep it this way. And if we are not, if the question does not specify which term you should keep it, it's best we keep it in terms of t here. Alright, thank you. I hope this has been useful to someone. Alright, so please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very